guys. So what you guys see before you is the things that we're going to need for our tote bag. So we have our straps right here. So let's talk about that. So our straps are front piece, our back piece, and our lining. Okay, so I want to talk about the straps first. So we're going to slide that over. Slide that out the way here. Okay, so when we are making our straps, you guys, I actually cut mine 4 inches. Let's open her up. 4 inches by 20. Okay, 20 inches long, 4 inches wide. Okay, and so all you're going to do is, what I did is I took my strap, my fabric, I folded it over like that so I can get, you know, my centerpiece here. Then I opened it up, and then I just took this part and I folded like that to the middle, the line I made. And then I took this side and I did it towards the middle, and then I folded it both together like that. Okay, and so after I did that, I took, this is a 1 inch batting, just regular extra batting that I had to give my straps, you know, a little stiffness, a little body. And I just placed it inside this channel that we created and just did my fold. And I sewed all the way down, came back, sewed all the way, and I did one already for us. So that's exactly what I did, you guys. I just sewed all the way down, came back up, and I have my strap. Okay, so now let's talk about the front piece of our tote bag. You guys, isn't this gorgeous? Okay, so I actually love tulips. So this is what this is. And I got this out of a book, Vintage 2 by Holt. I'll put everything in the description box, you guys, that I'm talking about. So you'll be able to find it if you know, want to purchase her book or anything like that. So I got these and I put them together. In her book, she do have it where it's 2. You make them together like this. One of the things is, this is my happy mistake, you guys. So my happy mistake, excuse me, is, as you can see how the leaves are going, they're actually going the wrong way. So they're supposed to go like this. And man, oh man, I don't know what happened, y'all, but they are blowing in the wind right now. So I actually like them this way. They actually look like they're blowing in the wind, right? So I love my tulips. I'm calling it tulip blowing in the wind. So I did some straight line stitches right here on everything. And this is the thing that I love, you guys, about tote bags, mini bags, any of all this. You can create whatever you like on your bag. And I love tulips, and this is what I created, and this is what I love. So however you want to do your front, you do your front. Or if you just want to buy some fabric, and you can do it that way as well. So so this is the front, and what I did, I have batting on the back. So I used some batting because I wanted to quilt it. I love the quilted look, you guys. So I really love that with my batting. And all I did is I just cut it the same size as the front piece. And then I just went to my machine and just sewed lines around how I wanted to do it. Okay, so this is our front piece. Let's put that there. And so let's talk about the back piece here. So the back piece is this print here. And why I want to talk about this is because this one I put interfacing on the back to give it a little bit stiffness. Okay, so I do have a bag that I created that do not have it. That is, you guys saw in the opening. Let me get that bag for you guys so you can see it, okay? Sorry, I didn't have it with me. But here it is right here. Now, this bag here is, it doesn't have no interfacing on it at all. If you can see that, it's just two pieces of fabric together, and it's kind of flimsy. And the front of the tote bag has a batting like this one right here, but the back doesn't. Okay, and so I wanted to show you the difference between that bag in the back, and then you see this here. You see the little, it has a slightly stiffness to it, and I love it. To bring that to my tote bags. It's not a lot, it's just enough, and that's what I love. And so I wanted to bring that to you guys so you can see that. And then we have our lining piece. So this is two pieces of fabric, which is the same size. So this is my lining. Okay, so we have the lining, just to go over everything. We have the lining piece, we have our back piece, we have our front piece, and we have our straps for our tote bags. So I'm going to clean all this up, and I'm going to come back so we can construct the bag now. All right, you guys, so what we're going to do, we are going to start with our lining piece, our two pieces of lining, and you want to cut them the same size as your front and your back. So we're going to start with this piece. We already know how to do the straps. So let's do our lining piece. And so what we're going to do is we are going to put right sides together with our lining piece. And if you're using directional fabrics like I am, I want my flowers to be, you know, turned upward as you're looking down in the bag. So make sure, you know, if you have directional fabrics, that is going the, you know, the right way. That's very important. So when you look in your bag, you can see your beautiful flowers or whatever beautiful thing you want. Okay, so here we are right here, guys. So I'm going to take it to the sewing machine, but before I do that, we need to leave a 4-inch opening on the bottom of our lining, okay? Because we're going to use this to turn our bag right side out at the end, okay? So a 4-inch opening I'm going to put here, and I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to sew all the way down, and then I'm going to back stitch right here, and then I'm going to skip, do my 4 inches, and then I am going to back stitch when I get here, and then I'm going to sew, and then I'm going to go sew up. Now, one of the things that I love, you guys, and I know if you've been on the channel for a minute, you know this pin right here is my friend. This is a friction pin. One of the things I love this pen. You can write with this pen, like we can put our 4-inch, and it disappear with heat. So I will be using this tool right here to do that. And so once I sew, I'm just going to iron it in the heat, and the pen will leave with the heat that I'm going to use. So that's what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm going to sew down 4 inches space and sew back up, and I'll be right back to show you guys what that looked like. All right, you guys, I went to the sewing machine and I sewed everything around. I know you probably couldn't see the stitches, but Here it is right here. I left my 4-inch hole right there. Okay, and so I sewed all the way around and down. So now let's get our front and our back piece. Okay, here it is right here. So our front, let's move our lining to the side. And so our beautiful front piece. It's so pretty, huh? Okay, so now what we want to do, I forgot to tell you that this right here on your lining. You want to leave your lining right sides together. You want to leave it like this, okay? So don't turn it inside out. You want to leave your lining just like this. And so for the top piece of our tote bag in the back, we're going to do the same thing that we did to our lining. We are going to put right sides together and we are going to sew it. The only thing that we're not going to do is do our 4-inch opening at the bottom. We're going to stitch all the way from the top, coming down all the way around to this side over here. You do not want to close yourself up up here. So yeah, so I'm going to go to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew all the way sides and then the bottom. And all right, you guys, so now let's put our bag together. So we have our straps right here and we need to put them on. So I'm going to go, I already marked mine. I'm going to go 3 inches in on each side, and I am using actually my lines that I have here on my tulips here, but I did measure it over. I usually do 2.5 to 3 inches on my straps depending on how long they are. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 inches and I'm going to clip this here. You know what, I want to show you guys something. When you are doing your straps, so they do not get twisted. Now this is helpful for me because I'm telling you, I have twisted some straps before. So I usually just bring it out and I bring it in like this. Okay, if you go like this and then just bring it in and then place your straps, you are not going to get twisted. Okay, so that's just like a little tip right there for you guys. And if you have any tips of how you do your straps, let me know. I would love to know how you do that. And let's slide that there. Let's clip these on. And so now let's turn it over to our back side. And we're going to do the same thing. The beautiful thing about this is you already got your guide from the front, or you can mark it on your back as well. And so just like this, then turn it like that. And so I'm going to use my guide already that I have, which is right here. Line it up, give me a clip, and place it right there. Okay, make sure. Let's come over here and do that, making sure. Let me make sure everything is okay with that. Yes. Everything okay? Yes, it is. And then put my clip there. And see, here we are, just making sure it's not weird, it's on correctly. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to take our lining piece and we are going to place our front of our bag, our tote bag, in our lining. Okay. So let's open up our lining, stick our toe bag in there, front part into our lining. Oh, open it up some. You see it came loose right here. But that's okay. There we go. Let's just clip her back. There we are. Okay. And so we just want to stick this in here. Pull her up some. And so now, bring her to the side. Just keep her in the, put everything down in there. So you want to just put everything in the lining. And then we want to bring our two sides together in our lining, which is right here. So this side to this side here, okay. And I'm gonna clip that. Push my hands all in here, bring this up. Push that all in there, and then go to the other side. And we want to pull all that together, our sides. And always do this part first, guys, because it's make it so much easier for you. Okay, and so now we're just going to go around and making sure everything is up and everything is okay. And so even what you can use the same clip for your straps that you use there. There we are. And so what I love, you guys, about these toe bags is that if you get 4 pieces of the same size, you can make your toe bags any size you want them for whatever need that you have for them. You know, you might have a sports person in the house and they need something to carry all their sports gear in. Or you might have a cheerleader and she might need a bag. And so if you get 4 pieces of the same fabric, you can totally make any tote bag that you want. And then you have this drop down in lining. You can totally do this with any size that you desire. And so I'm just going around and making sure, because we're going to sew this all the way around and making sure everything matches up nice and pretty. And so as you can see, I just went all around, and you can put as many pins or clips or however what is comfortable for you when you are doing this. As you can see, I have a lot because I do not want mine to move. So I'm going to go and I'm going to sew all the way around, and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, I'm all back. I stitched all the way around. And so this is our opening. So this is where we're going to pull our bag out. So let's do that. We're going to pull it through this opening here. And it do take a few minutes, but it is so satisfying. You're like, oh my word, like what is it gonna look like? And just keep pulling gently, of course, right? And I'm always like, oh my word, and it just always looks so pretty when it's all said and done. Okay, we're almost there. We are. Okay. And so let's push that back in. And so it should look like this. And so we have our, I usually push those out right there using the hole. And so all we do with the opening that we have, you guys, we just fold it back and seam it up. That's what we do. I go to the sewing machine and then just seam that up. Nobody is going to see that. And then I'll clip that. Get my scissors. And we have our straps. This is what this looks like. Okay. And so now, let me get my scissors and get this. And let's open it up like this and push our lining in. So nice. Let's get everything going there. And so all you want to do now is you want to place these two together, push everything down nicely, because now we're going to do a top stitch all the way around the bag. Shake it and see, I don't know, let me see if you can see it. You see the flower? When I look down in this bag, I actually see my flower looking up at me. So directional, just make sure directional is, you know, in the right order when you're constructing your bag. And I am just pushing these in here, making sure everything is okay. And so now, since everything seemed to be okay, I am going to do a top stitch all the way around the bag, and I will be right back. All right, you guys, we are all back. I put the stitching all the way around it, and this is our tote bag. How pretty, you guys. Isn't she pretty? And with the straps, I'm going to bring in the other bag right now. Now, like I was talking about before, all you need is 4 pieces of fabric of the same size to make your totes. So this one right here, you guys, I adore patchwork. So this is my patchwork one, as you guys saw before, and this is the inside of it and the straps. And these straps are a little longer than what these are. I'm going to use this one for the bring my groceries, and then this one is going to be a project bag with the tulips on it. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed the tutorial. I hope that you had got a lot out of it, you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.